concept of Fabric time travel. What it is, let's see. Microsoft Fabric Warehouse offers the capability to query historical data as it is existed in the past. So we can read old data, we can read yesterday's data, day for yesterday's data, etc. So the ability to query data from a specific timestamp from the past is known as time travel. For easy reporting, comparative analysis. Example, last festival season sales versus this festival season sales. We can also do version checks. We can have data audit activities and compliance checks. Let's see how to implement this time travel concept. Okay, in Microsoft Fabric, the data is retained for 90 calendar days. So we can apply timestamp on any with respect to using any timestamp for last 90 days. And here the active data is maintained in the regular warehouse copy. The expired data means deleted data is purged, from where you can get the timestamp content or the time travel content easily. Let's take example. I request you to go through the notes carefully during your free time. Let's concentrate on our actual example now. Let's see. So for this purpose, I'll take you to my management studio. I'll provide you one .SQL script. I'll provide you one .SQL script for your practice. Let's do it carefully. Friends, very simple and straight. Firstly, I'll drop the table if already exists. Create the table first. Okay, I'll create the table. Insert data into the table. Okay, initially I am inserting only 5 rows. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1001 to 1005. Get date. Okay, mark today's date and time. Mark today's date and time. This is UTC date and time, universal time coordinate, UTC date. Fabric follows UTC date. Now perform updates to the source table. For example, see, update table name set. Only for first 2 columns, I'll make this cell as 0 for our learning purpose. Okay, learning purpose. Verified. See, cell is 0. Up to date data, it is 0. Now, how to implement time travel? Mean how to read old data. Friends, very important syntax. The syntax for time travel: select column list from table name, okay, and where conditions, where order by, right? And then we need to write for timestamp as of, and then give the timestamp. timestamp value. Remember, for timestamp as of, then timestamp value. Observe carefully. Here we got one timestamp, right? Supply it carefully. Now we will be able to see all data. Remember, line number 19, we see up to date data, right? Salary value 0. Line number 24, we see the old data, historical data. Let's perform some deletes. Okay, here again you have the timestamp. You can copy the timestamp for future reference for time travel. Now, yes, the first two rows were deleted. So how to get the deleted data? How to read the deleted data? See here, option for timestamp as of. So original table, only 3 rows, but traveling over time to the past, we see old data. To store this query, we can make use of views. Now, next requirement. Okay, so far we learned how to read back the old data before updates and old data before deletes. Now, how to copy data from one table to another in Fabric Warehouse. We have multiple options. First option, using select into. Observe carefully, using select into. Let's see. Select into new table from existing table. Initially, there is no such table called employee V2. Now what happens? We read up to date data from the above employee table. A new table will be auto created. Observe carefully. A new table will be auto created. Okay, next. Once we get this new table auto created, next step, we are able to verify. This is one way. Remember, up to date content, okay, 3 rows, because we deleted the other 2 rows. Option 2, we can also make use of time travel. See, you don't want to duplicate the latest table data. You want to duplicate the old data at the time of this particular timestamp. Observe carefully. What we do, let's see. Okay, very simple and straight. Very simple and straight. Let's see. Select into new table from existing table like this. Select into new table from existing table. Observe carefully. Okay, next. Select from table name. Select from table name. Okay, next. From here, see, we get the correct data. So this particular table version 2 has only 3 rows, latest content. This contains old data, historical data. So this is how we can copy data from one table to another table. One more, we have something called CTAS, create table as select. What is that? Create table as select. Let's see. So create table name as select of what? Select of that particular timestamp. Okay, like this. So we can make use of select into or create table as select. They result the same thing. Performance wise, compared to option 1 and 2, compared to select into, C task is faster and preferred. Usually in real world, select into will be used in OLTP. CTAS will be used in data warehouse. Remember, CTAS, create table as select will not work in local SQL server. It won't work, or even Azure SQL database. OLTP, it won't work. It works only in warehouse. Azure Synapse SQL pool and our Fabric warehouse, it works. But regular SQL database or Azure SQL database, OLTP environment, it won't work. I request you to try it if you have time later after the class today. So CTAS is mainly for warehouse. Select into is mainly for OLTP. That's the actual concept here. Next, we can also use something called insert into. Friends, we are learning different options to copy data from one table to another. Insert into. Assume, for example, table already exists. Then see option 1, 2, 3, table is auto created. Now here, copy data from this particular table to new table. So here it is. Initially no data. Initially no data. Okay. So select star from table name. Initially no data. 0 rows. So insert into table. Select from previously available original table. And make sure the timestamp is correctly mentioned. Insert into table name like this. Now see, we are able to get the data. So four different options to read the content from one table to another. Ideally three, because option 1 and 2 are same with only difference timestamp. So select into first style, create table as select second style, insert into existing table third style. In older versions, we used to have the timetable for 90 days. In latest versions of Fabric, as for Fabric docs, now recently I see 30 days by default, can be extended to 120 days. But if you extend it more, then we need to involve more storage cost. Very less storage cost is less, but recovery chances are also very much limited. How to modify it? Here it is. Firstly, disable the time travel option, then set whatever time travel period you want. I said we can have up to 120 days, right? Set it. Set. And then again make it enable. Enable the time travel. Disable time travel. Set the time travel time. Enable time travel. Finally verify. How? Connect to master sys.databases. This gives you the Fabric warehouse. And then you see the list of all metadata properties. Here, you don't want all columns. You don't want to use star, then only particular columns. Name, ID, and time travel. Okay, so you'll practice these things carefully first. Here we are learning in this chapter, number 1, how to test time travel for update. Number 2, how to test time travel for deletes. Number 3, how to clone the table. How to copy data from one table to another. Select into style with timestamp, sheet as style with timestamp, and insert into select with timestamp. We also learned how to disable the time travel, how to set the time travel up to 120. Yes, we are learning, just to make it clear again, how to disable the timestamp, time travel, set time travel, enable time travel back, finally verify the time travel. Okay, like this, in this way. Okay, you'll practice these things carefully first. Very important. Unlike OLTP databases, cloud warehouse does not support candidate automated indexes for the key columns and relations. It won't support. So task for you. In Fabric Warehouse, how do you implement time travel for data access from a table using UDF, user defined functions? I want you to try, please. Number 2, assume there is an accidental update or accidental delete. So how to recover back the old data? List all possible options with examples. Then define a Fabric warehouse to store e-commerce data. Your warehouse should include customer sales and products data. You need to create views for all possible aggregated data store. Okay, next. Test and implement time travel for the aggregated queries. Getting it now? Please try to work on these task items. Please try, and you will submit on my website. Just see what all you can do and submit. I'll give you my answers once I hear from you. If it is time constraint, if you have time constraint, you can directly get my solution. But if possible, my preference, try it. Then step into my solution, it works. From here, any questions, you let me know. We'll take it from there slowly, step by step. Practice on time, please. Kind request. Any questions, please? I'll wait. Now let me know, please. I'll wait.